it's Inspiring Vanessa here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm coming back with another YouTube live for you guys, as you guys can see by the title. So today I'm going to be talking about how much hard work goes into becoming successful. So I thought this would be a really fun topic to talk about. Someone requested it. Her name is Curly Sue. So I've really loved the topic. So if you guys want to head over to my Instagram, I usually do post if you guys have any requests or things you'd like me to talk about, or my YouTube lives, and that way you guys can also kind of contribute your ideas as well and participate in the topic or me talking about the specific thing. So I thought this would be really fun because I think a lot of people, well, this is a saying, that a lot of people see the tip of the iceberg, but they don't see how much hard work has gone into getting to where that person may be. So I thought it would be fun to kind of talk about how much stuff people go through in order to become their ideal or successful. Or maybe you might see someone who you see in your eyes is successful, but maybe they're not at their ultimate place of success. So as someone who may be traveling around the world, but they may not be where they want to be in life, and that's just due to their definition of success. So success can be having a lot of money. Success can be being really close to your family and being able to be supportive and being there for your family. So people have many different definitions of success. It just depends on what yours is and how you're going to get to it, basically, and how you're going to become your idea of successful. So I have some things written down that I'm just going to go through with you guys. Don't forget to comment down below anything you would like. Comment down below any questions. I am very free to answer them. So the first one is, people usually need to struggle with the criticisms from others and also yourself. So I would say on my 3-year journey, I have gotten, I wouldn't really say hate, well maybe, but I wouldn't really say hate, but you can get a lot of criticism that isn't really constructive, if that makes sense. So people may be saying things towards you, not to help you improve, but to say it to you on purpose, because they want you to stop what you're doing, or maybe they could be jealous, or maybe they simply do not understand what you're doing, what the reason behind it is. So I think it's really important that people need to understand that for that person to get where they were, they needed to ignore their self-criticism and criticism from other people, which is really, really important. Hi King Does Know Daily, thank you so much for logging in. There is your shout out. Definitely go and subscribe to his channel. Hi Keelia, I hope your speech went really well. I met her, I met you on Sunday, and she did a speech, and I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it went absolutely amazing. Hi Sienna, thank you for logging in. Yeah, I do remember you. My Wi-Fi is not good right now, so I might join back. Okay, please do join back. So people need to deal with criticism from others, and obviously criticism from others and yourself, and I think it's really important because people need to block it out. Hi Kelly Sue, people need to block it out and be able to ignore it in order for them to allow themselves to keep going. So if someone tells you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, or they start to kind of indirectly place doubt inside your head and start making you second think things, I think that's the term for it. So people need to what am I talking about? People, let me speak properly. People need to block it out, otherwise you're going to start developing this doubt and start realizing that maybe you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. And do not listen to the people who second guess yourself. There we go, thank you. And people start to second guess themselves and start to realize, maybe am I doing this correctly, or maybe I'm not. So it's very, very important that you pay close attention to what people say to you. You need to make sure that it doesn't affect you personally. And people also criticize themselves. I criticize myself when I do a speech. But sometimes when people see me speak, and it's the first time they see me speak, whatever I say may be really amazing in their eyes, but for me, I know that I could have delivered much better. So that's me probably giving myself constructive criticism in that way, to make sure that I prepare or figure out different ways to land my message better, or to make me like the speech more than the other people would see that, if that makes sense. So the second one is being persistent and being consistent. It's a very hard thing to, it's not very hard, maybe for some people who are starting out, but it can be very difficult and very hard to perhaps post daily videos. You guys know that I posted daily videos in for like the whole year up until maybe like a June or July, and then I had to take a break. So now I post 3 times a week. I post 2 normal videos that are usually edited, and usually edited, they are always edited, and then I do YouTube lives on Monday, so that is 3 videos a week. That can be quite difficult sometimes because you need to be editing content and making sure that there is stuff coming out for the next week, so that you don't start stressing yourself out and having to film something urgently, which may not have the best outcome because you're rushing yourself while editing. So it is really, really important for people to learn how to be consistent and persistent. And the more you start doing things to get to your goal, or to travel around the world, or saving up money, you need to be consistent with that and keep saving the same amount of money every single day for maybe a year, or how much time is estimated for you to get that amount of money, or whatever it is you want to do to make you become successful. It is very, very important that you learn how to be consistent. It can be very hard for me. I know it's very hard for me to be consistent sometimes, but I think I am getting the hang of it now. So how did I become more consistent? Do lots of to-do lists. I think that's more about being organized and handling things, but also being consistent. Doing to-do lists and making sure you do something specifically every single day, like let's say posting on Instagram, which sometimes I don't do every single day, but I will be posting one after this YouTube live. But just writing something down, like a reminder to make sure you do that thing, I think would be really important and would be very effective for your journey of success. So the third one is overcoming obstacles that lower your self-belief. So sorry, well, that wasn't actually a bad cough, because I have had like a bad cough for like the past week. So the third one is kind of overcoming obstacles that may not really ruin you, but they'll make you start to really, really second guess everything you're doing, and it could potentially lead you to wanting to give up. But do not give up. Please do not give up. It's okay to take a break. I took a break this year off YouTube for like around a month, even though I said I was going to do 2 weeks, but whatever time it had to take off, I did take off, and which did really help, like, look over and overlook what I had done already and see what else I can do in the future, and really start to not really look after my mental health, because it was already quite good, but to kind of make sure that I'm still in this correct state of mind when I'm filming videos and stuff, because that can radiate across to you guys, and you guys could start seeing that maybe the energy there is not technically in the right place. So it's very important to overcome obstacles that will ruin your self-belief, and that may make you start to think, maybe I should give up, maybe I should just stop doing it. And it's really funny, because you can be in the best state of mind. You can be like, oh my god, this dream is definitely going to happen, I'm so excited to get on this journey, and then the next minute you hear something, or something comes across you that completely breaks you down and starts to give you so much doubt. So it's definitely really important to make sure that you overcome obstacles. You need to figure out what is the reason why it's making you feel bad about yourself, and then start to or figure out how to overcome that, and figure out how to not really ignore it, because you can't really ignore obstacles. You need to go through them in order to overcome them. Then the fourth one is, well, obviously there's criticism, being persistent and consistent, and overcoming obstacles that lower your self-belief. And the fourth one, if I can remember it, because I forgot to write it in time for this live, yeah, the fourth one is just never giving up, I would say, even though it's kind of going from point 3. Never giving up is the most important thing. Wait, no. It is never giving up, and it's also starting in the first place. So many people can procrastinate and be like, okay, I'm going to do this like next week, and especially that 2020 is coming up very soon. 9 more days till Christmas, if you guys do celebrate Christmas like I do. 2020 is coming up really quickly, and some people may use the new year to give themselves new goals, and like set up things for them to do during the year. And New Year's resolutions are very, very good, only if you actually do something to get to them. So if people do New Year's resolutions just for the sake of it, just as a tradition, and not actually do or put action into it to get to that New Year's resolution, it's not really a New Year's resolution, because you're not doing anything to get to it. So it's very, very important that you start in the first place and you actually put action into it, because so many people can be like, oh, I'm gonna do it, but then they never actually get to do it. And the whole point of doing it is to actually get started. You can Well, you always need to start from somewhere. You can't just dream about doing something and then not actually being able to do it. It's like looking at a canvas and being like, okay, I'm going to be the next Picasso. How do I start practicing? And you just stare at the sheet, or you don't practice enough. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is going to happen if you don't pick up a paintbrush and start painting something. Nothing is going to happen if you actually don't put action into it. So I think it's super, super important that you guys do start doing what you're doing. Don't procrastinate. Don't say I'm going to do it tomorrow. Just do it now. Do it straight away. Do whatever you can to plan it. What I mean by doing it straight away, I don't mean go out and just start speaking somewhere or just start doing sport. Well, actually doing sports is slightly different. But I mean writing it down, doing what your plan is. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in that space of time that you have? So it's really, really important that you guys do get started in the first place and really start making a difference to help more people and taking action to get to your goals and your dreams and actually getting to your idea of success. And by the way, comment down below what is like your idea of success. It could be meeting someone, it could be being on a specific TV show, the Ellen Degeneres show, it could be traveling to a certain place, it could be buying something for someone that you love and adore. It could be anything like that, anything to do with success. Comment it down below and I'll be sure to read through them. And if you guys have any other questions, I'll be sure to answer them as well. But this is kind of coming to the end of the live. I just want you guys to know that so many people whom you may see as superior or celebrities or whatever you want to call them, or celebrities, it's just very, very important that you understand that they all did start somewhere. No one just rose to fame out of nowhere. Maybe it might seem like that because people have siblings that may have brought them to fame, but you still need to do something, or you still need to make some kind of action, whether it be big or small. You still need to put some kind of action into doing something in order to get to your dream or your goal or your aspiration or just your idea of becoming successful. And I think people really underestimate how fast success can be. I've been doing YouTube or my career for 3 years now, and I still am not to the place where I see it as success, but I think it's still really, really important that you understand everyone goes at a different pace. So you could be on a journey for a really long time and have the best outcomes, and someone who just wants their success right like that, it could be for a shorter amount of time. So you could have fame overnight, but then your fame soon starts to die out much faster than someone else's fame, and that's just because it's like the outcome of how much work they've put into what they're doing. So it's so important to not speed up the process and just kind of own and accept how your pace is going and just enjoy the journey. I would say you never know when you're going to get to the journey. You never know if you're one step away from getting to that goal or one step away from the opportunity and then you end up giving up. That's what I always think about. I'm like, imagine if someone wanted to give up but that next day they would have gotten a call that might change their life. So it's so important to just keep on going. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there and look through some of the comments. When is the next World Afro Day? It is next year in October. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's October. I'm not sure what date it is, but I will put it in the comments box down below once the live is finished, because I am not totally sure. But you can go onto the World Afro Day website and it will show you how to sign up or how to contact your school and tell them to participate in it. I checked out your channel, Kind Disno Daily. Good job. My idea of success is to travel to Morocco and other places. My other idea is that you can get as famous as Cardi B. Oh, thank you so much. My idea of success is to be like you. Oh, thank you. When is your next speech? My next speech? Next year. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else coming up for December, because usually in December time there isn't that much going on. I don't think people, well, like in the beginning of the year people don't really do that many events because people are trying to like settle down into the new year, whatever you want to call it. And at the end of the year people just want to be with their family, people want to prepare for Christmas, or if you live in the US, Thanksgiving, or people just want to start to relax before the next year starts, and that's whether you celebrate Christmas or not. But I don't think there are really that many events that happen like in the beginning and the end of the year, but like in the middle of the year, like summertime, everyone's willing to go outside, everyone's willing to attend to events. So I think that's when more of the speeches will be coming up. But if you guys like to go and check out my speeches, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel. It'll probably be in the I button in the corner over here after this YouTube live, or as a link in the description down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Become an Inspirator today. Our Inspirator rate, or our Inspirator growth is growing so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you all so much for making this an amazing year. And without further ado, this is my last week of school. So if this is your last week of school as well, I hope you have a good last week of school, and this was a nice way to kind of end your evening or end your day on a Monday. And without further ado, I'll see you guys on my next YouTube live or my next YouTube video. Bye.